If you've been really kind of junking it up, after a water fast, you have the opportunity to start very clean and potentially even maintain some of the weight loss that happened during the actual fast itself. Hey guys, I'm back and it's day 3 of my water fast. I started around 6:30 on Thursday night and it is now Sunday morning at 8:14. So I have not had any food. I have only been drinking my distilled water and I actually feel great today. I feel really, really good. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about first how I'm feeling, and then I'm going to talk to you a little bit about ketosis, because a lot of people are not understanding what that state is, and that's the state that I'm in right now. So I have some notes over here, so I may look over that way, but my blood pressure is great. My glucose levels are really good. My skin is clearing. I told you that I had these 2 little red spots under my breast. They're almost gone from running and cycling and getting sweaty under there. So I've been a little tiny bit irritable, but not much actually. I've been in a pretty good mood and have felt great. I had company last night here, which is the reason I didn't do a video. So at about 48 hours, which was yesterday, I went into ketosis. And ketosis, I'm going to actually read to you what ketosis is from allaboutfasting.com, because it's a little bit scientific and I want to make sure that I'm saying it to you correctly, and then I'll kind of talk to you about how that affected me. The process of ketosis is one of the physiological effects of fasting, in which the brain and some other bodily processes use ketones produced by fatty tissues as a fuel instead of the usual glucose. This is called muscle sparing. So just to stop for a minute here, I have glucose in my blood normally. When my body has completely depleted that glucose, you go into this phase or this state called ketosis. When glucose isn't readily available via the diet in the form of carbohydrates and the glycogen stores in the liver become depleted, the body could break down muscle to get it. But ketosis is an adaptation that will spare muscle during times of shortage by instead breaking down fat stores and manufacturing ketones for brain fuel. It is said that this state is attained at approximately 48 hours of a water fast for women and closer to 72 hours for men. And as you know, it was just around 48 hours for me, so this information is pretty accurate. The effects of fasting ketosis have become a more popular and controversial subject in recent years due to low-carb, high-protein dieters relying on it long-term to burn the fat. So what they're saying is doing it during a limited water fast is actually a good thing. But if you are doing this long-term with a low-carb diet where you're not eating any carbohydrates or very, very little, it is dangerous to do. You are going to have muscle loss. Where ketosis was once considered a crisis response of the body and fine only for short durations, there are some doctors who now contend ketones are an acceptable alternative fuel produced and used by the body anytime glucose is scarce, which can happen even in non-fasting, non-dieting individuals, such as during intense exercise or during sleep. They are considering it a natural metabolic process where ketone production and use fluctuates constantly in the body to the body's needs. So it's very controversial when people are doing like low carb, where they're in ketosis or close to that state for long periods of time. But if it's part of a shorter water fast, 21 days or less, you're going to have minimal muscle loss. So it's going to be okay and actually beneficial. So let's see, fasting on the other hand is a short-term endeavor. Even a 21-day fast is short compared to a year-long diet. Excess protein byproducts are not created, and ketosis is being entered by a naturally occurring process. Also in fasting, we listen for the body's signal to end the fast, to tell when its reserves are too low to continue living off of them. So you kind of have to be aware of what your body is telling you during a fast and when to stop. You generally can feel that. There are various different symptoms that you feel, and I've just always felt when I fasted, when I'm done. I don't know. There's something about it. I just feel like when I'm done. So anyway, I also want to talk about weight loss because people have asked me, do you lose weight when you're doing a water fast? And is this a good method for losing weight? So I really want to talk about that. The answer to that question is yes, you will lose pounds on the scale. Most of that is going to be due to the fact that you're not ingesting any food, obviously. And then when you break the fast, you're going to be ingesting food, so you're going to be gaining back some weight. However, this is not a good way to necessarily lose weight, but what it is good for is to clear your body, reset your body, change your taste buds back to less maybe craving certain things, and to not have that less sensitivity, like, you know, where you're eating way too much salt, way too much sugar, etc. Or you don't recognize when something is too salty or too sweet. So if you've been really kind of junking it up, after a water fast, you have the opportunity to start very clean and potentially even maintain some of the weight loss that happened during the actual fast itself. Earlier in the summer, we traveled and we ate out a lot. Like when we were traveling, we ate out almost every single meal. We brought snacks in the car, and we've gone out with friends this summer. So we have been doing things that we don't normally do during the year. We're much more clean during the year, and we usually cook our own food. So this allows me to kind of reset back to that and to do more of what we normally do. So weight loss, not a good way to lose weight. Great way, though, to get back started on eating clean. I hope that makes sense. Anyway, so this is my day 3 update. I may update again later this afternoon. I still haven't decided when I'm going to stop, so I can't even tell you that. I do have juicy fruits that I'm ready to break my fast at any time. So when I'm ready to do that, I have some very juicy mangoes. I have a beautiful melon in there. I bought a watermelon. So I'm going to slowly break my fast with juicy fruits. That's the best way to do it. And you kind of do that in 2-hour increments. You eat a little, you wait, you eat a little, you wait, etc. All right, guys, I will be back. Have a great day.